Woody from the Richmond Times-Dispatch. This is directed first at Melvin, but I also would like to hear Mo and Trevion chime in on it. A lot is being made about D'Angelo Russell and what VCU has to do to stop him. I'm curious if there's another question that needs to be asked, and that is, what does Ohio State have to do to stop you guys, particularly Melvin, the way you shot in the A-10 tournament, Mo, the way you worked inside on the offensive boards, and Trevion, just the way you are a scorer?
I mean, I don't know if there's anything in particular they need to stop us. I'm not even sure. I just think if we're in a good rhythm, it's going to be a great game. And, of course, we all know how good of a player D'Angelo Russell is. And, of course, we see the media, we see predictions and everything. So we just been trying to keep a mellow head and just trying to keep it going.
Not really. I just think we need to just come out here and play our game, play like how we did in Brooklyn, and it should be a good game.
Card, WRIC in Richmond. When you guys win 4 games in 4 days in Brooklyn, and then you have a few days off and you fly across the country, how do you keep the momentum if you have kept the momentum? This one's for, well, how about you, Trevion?
Just got to come in the game and play the way we've been playing, play with confidence and playing for each other. In Brooklyn, that's what we did. We just played for each other and kept fighting no matter what. So up here, we got to do the same thing.
Bob Baptist from the Columbus Dispatch. For any of you guys, Ohio State is taking the position coming into this game, and Thad is telling them that they're the underdog. And I wonder, it's obviously a role that you guys have thrived in over the years. Do you consider them an underdog, even though they're the bigger school? And just what do you think about them trying to portray themselves as underdogs?
I mean, that's the first. That's the first time we heard that they were going to be the underdogs in this matchup, though they're the lowest seed. Like I said, since the season came out, we've been watching prediction after prediction, expert after expert, who supposedly say that they got it won, they got a top 3 pick, and he's mainly going to be the engine that make them go. So this was the first time we heard about them being the underdog. And as far as we always have a chip on our shoulder. We always find something to motivate us. So we don't necessarily know if we're going to take the underdog approach or whether they do. We don't really care. We just want to go out and attack.
Either of the two of you want to crack at that one too?
Paul Woody from the Times-Dispatch again. This is to Melvin. You had been through sort of a slump part of the season, almost to the point where you weren't even looking for shots. That seemed to change in the A-10 tournament, where you looked for shots and made many shots. What, in your mind, changed?
Trevion. He had a big role in that. He's really quiet, but he came to me and expressed, how much he wanted to keep it going. And, for example, Thursday versus Richmond, in Fordham, he said, I'm going to need you more now than ever, and I don't want my senior year to be over. And from that point on, I just felt I need to let my head down and shoot the ball. I feel like that's a strength of mine, and when I'm not shooting, I feel as though I'm hurting the team kind of, because we need more options, and sometimes we struggle to score the ball. So it was most importantly that, I just continue to shoot. And, I think Trevion, because now he's still putting the battery in my back to shoot the ball regardless whether I'm missing or making.
Right up here in front.
Bob Baptist from the Columbus Dispatch again. Ever since you guys went to the Final Four, that your coach's name has been mentioned after every season in connection with bigger jobs. And I just wondered, number one, what has it meant to you that he has stayed? And number two, what has he told you, if anything, after making his decision each year about why he chooses to come back?
It's really important to me. Ever since I got here, my freshman year, they've been saying he's going to leave, and it's that loyalty he had for his team and his players is just a big thing for me. And after every year, that he gets the calls, but he always lets us know that he's going to be he's going to be here longer than a lot of us. So, I mean, it just gives us that comfort to know that he's going to be here after every year.
To piggyback what Travion says, once news come out that it's a job offering, he calls us immediately and lets us with a smile. You can hear it in his voice that he has a lot of humor behind it. He's not going anywhere. Like he said, he always say he's going to be here long after we all leave. So we're pretty confident that he's a loyal guy, and if anything was to happen, I'm sure he'll let us know.
Other questions?
Paul Woody from the Times-Dispatch in Richmond. Trevion, would you mind recounting your conversation with Melvin where you told him to start looking for his shot instead of passing so much?
It is every game, if I feel like he's not shooting the ball where he's hesitating, I try to go to him and let him know that I need him to shoot, no matter if he's making or missing. I mean, it opens up the floor for not just me, but Mo on the inside if he's shooting. So we need him to shoot no matter what's going on in the game, and that opens up a lot, definitely on the defensive end. If he can play good on defense and make his shots, he's a great player.
Anything else?
Isn't this fun? We just sit here talking. That's so nice. This is from Mo. Are you graduating this May? And if you are, what will you do? Will you continue to work on a graduate degree, or what are your plans?
Actually, I'll be graduating in the summer, and I'll be in grad school next year, and I'll be getting my master's in criminal justice also, which I got my undergrad. Yeah, I'll be getting my master's in criminal justice also.